For the next few episodes, I'm here in the Cyclades in Greece for a sailing trip with a group of YouTubers. Last episode, we met with George, the host of our charter. He's letting us use one of his Oceanstar 56 sailboats for the week. The first day, we sailed from the island of Syros to Mykonos. That's where we left off. It's now the next morning, and we're waking up at anchor. So just getting up for day 2 of the trip. Sun just came up, just kind of relaxing a bit here in the morning before we take off for our next destination. We are headed to the island of Delos today. We're here anchored at Mykonos. So let's go out and see what's already alive in the cabin here. Okay, we're about to get underway. The guys have decided to try to sail off of anchor just to show that you can. It's kind of funny, not my style, because I'm all about the conveniences. Pull up the, put on the engine, move forward, get the anchor up. But we're trying to prove that you can. We're showing that you can get off of anchor with just sailing off anchor.
It's kind of pointless almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're just having fun out here, you know, spicing it up.
That's right. You got to challenge yourself sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I think the thing about charter boats and chartering in general, it's not that challenging.
Right.
I mean, it's just kind of meant to be an enjoyable experience for people, and we're a little salty. We want to spice things up a bit.
So here's the situation. Imagine this is your boat. This is the anchor. Now, 98% of the time, unless there is a strong current, your boat is already going to be facing directly into the wind while on anchor. Yes, the boat will naturally set into the wind. Now this is the ideal position for raising the mainsail. So you will raise the mainsail a little, maybe halfway up, just enough to get some forward momentum. Don't raise the headsail. Once you get the mainsail up to a desired height, turn your boat so the wind will start to hit the sail. Now once this happens, you will start moving forward. But you won't be able to move too far because you are still tethered to the anchor. Try to go about 10 meters or so and then tack back by turning the other direction. All the while, you should be making some forward progress, which will start to create slack in the anchor chain. Once you have some slack, the bow person can start lifting up the chain. Continue this process until you are right on top of the anchor and the bow person can lift the anchor out of the water. You can always bring the boat back to the center, directly heading into the wind if you want to stop your momentum. Let's give it a go. Our anchor is set about here, somewhere near the catamaran. We're getting a little bit of forward momentum. We're closer to that catamaran, and so Joel takes off the bridle from the anchor chain.
I'm gonna start winding it in. Are we ready to do this? Okay, it's looking pretty good.
But the goal is to actually get enough slack in the chain under sail to pull it up.
Yeah.
But we're always a bit scared to do it ourselves. It's very exciting to try this out, especially because there's so many people, and Herb seems to know what he's doing, so that's cool. Maybe we can learn something.
All right, that's what. It's off. We're off.
You're free.
And lift.
All right, and now we are sailing. Woohoo!
Thank you.
All right, the anchor is up. Now for a short sail over to the island of Delos.
There is a life I lead in this city. hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy.
The wind is picking up and we're starting to get some good speed. Hurry, how fast are we going?
8 knots a second ago. Yeah.
Oh my god, it feels so
Yeah,
nice.
I know. Well, let's see right now.
It's
Let's see
so
what this
upright.
is.
That's what's amazing.
6.5 right this second. We were 8 when I put my phone. Oh, now we're up to 7. All right.
We left the anchorage under sail, so now we are going to drop the anchor under sail. We bring in the head sail and reef the main to control the speed. The goal is to go slow until we reach the anchor spot. Andy runs to the front to drop the anchor. At the same time, we furl in more of the mainsail. Here, Herbie shows me how many times we had to tack to reach the anchorage. The chart shows our crazy zigzag tacking path. Now we are eager to go ashore and explore the historic ruins on the island of Delos. Steve takes us in his dinghy. We've now arrived to Delos, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's the birthplace of the twin gods Apollo and Artemis, and it was a major trading center some 2,500 years ago. Steve is going to tell us more about it.
So we've been here before, so I have read the brochure. This was the cultural and trading centre of the world 2,500 years ago. It was only really for about 700 years though that it really got going, and because after that it just got too important for the gods, so it became sacred. And they basically cleared everyone out. So they first of all said you're not allowed to be born or die on Delos. I don't quite know how they managed that. I think they might have slipped up a few times. Climbing up the hill over there must have killed off a few people, I should think, over the years. But they do this sort of purification here and have special things to get it back to its godly position. So yeah, they went through a stage then when they said, okay, we don't want anyone on Delos at all. So they cleared it out completely. And then so it's been left. So it's unique for that, really, in that it's not massive amounts left here of whole temples or things like that, but the scale of it, the amount of houses, what's left of the sort of bottom floors of those, and some of these would have been 3 stories high. So you can imagine coming onto this island and looking up here 2,500 years ago, where basically most people have come here on wooden ships from places where they're living in not much more than mud huts. To have this city of marble and granite, it must have been absolutely incredible to see. And right at the top of the hill there was there's Apollo's temple, so you would have seen it far out to sea, coming into here.
We continue to explore Delos for part of the day. It's amazing how all of these artifacts are simply lying around on the ground. Here's an ancient theater that once had the seating capacity for approximately 6,500 spectators. So 2,500 or more years ago, this was a thriving city of 30,000 people. And right now, we're going up a major incline, a major stairway to the top of the highest point, which is a shrine to Apollo. We make our way down from the highest point and explore more of the ruins. Here is the Temple of Isis, and a bit farther down are disturbingly large phallic symbols, which are symbols of Dionysus. They were erected in 300 BC. And here is the famous Terrace of the Lions, and nearby there is an old market where you can see the ancient pottery and the market stalls where people would sell their wares. Now back to the boat. This time we're in a bit of a hurry to get to our final location for the night, so we fire up the engine and we pull up the anchor. The plan is to sail to a nearby cove for the night on the neighboring Rania island. So we make it to Rania Island, and it's dinner time.
Well, we're gonna start with salads, and then we're making a big communal pasta because that is all we have.
That's it for this week. Join us next episode for a windy and rough sail on our way over to the island of Naxos. Thanks for watching.